What up, though? LK dropping another one. Hope all is well and doubly. This one gonna be about rapper O3 Greedo. Did he snitch? O3 Greedo is an American rapper, singer, songwriter, and producer from Watts, California. Watts neighborhood, the city of Los Angeles, California. He began to gain recognition for his Purple Summer mixtape series that started in 2016. He then saw more mainstream attention with the releases of his own mixtape, or his other mixtape, The Wolf of Grape Street. His debut studio album, God Level, was released on June 26, 2018. In 2016, Greedo was arrested in Texas on drug trafficking and possession of firearm charges. According to a police report, Potter County Sheriff deputies forced open his car's trunk after claiming to smell cannabis and found 4 pounds of methamphetamine and 2 stolen pistols. Greedo originally faced a sentence of 300 years for the charges. However, he eventually took a plea deal. In July 2018, he was sentenced to 20 years in prison on drug trafficking and possession of firearm charges, though he could be released in 5 years with good behavior. He began his sentence in the summer of 2018 and was imprisoned at the Middleton unit. In 2022, he was moved to the William R. Boyd unit. He was initially set to become eligible for parole in July 2020, but this was denied in 2020 and 2021. Greedo was granted parole release in June 2022 upon completion of a pre-release program, and on January 8th, 2023, it was announced that O3 Greedo would be released on January 12th. Despite being in prison, he has remained prolific in releasing music. Since O3 Greedo saw freedom from jail, he got right back into the rap game with the new album, performances, and more. Still, it seems like he isn't free of accusations or criticism, as apparently someone leaked documents suggesting that he snitched in his case. Moreover, he recently responded to these accusations via Instagram videos, story posts, all that social media stuff, suggesting that such claims are ridiculous and false. For starters, he stood by the 5 years he served in prison on the gun and drug charges as enough proof that he didn't tell at all. In addition, the Watts rapper called into question the documents themselves, as they are a police report and not official court paperwork breaking down the proceedings. So supposedly, he is accused of saying in a police report, "It ain't mine. I got paid $3,000 to drive the car. I feel like something illegal going on." Some weird stuff like that. So supposedly, he is accused of saying in a police report, "It ain't mine. I got paid $3,000 to drive the car. I feel like something illegal going on." Some weird stuff like that. So him and his homeboy, they was driving. The police pulled him over. They said, "We smell marijuana. We gonna search the car." They had a couple pounds of some meth on them, and they had some pistols on them. And supposedly, Greedo said, "It ain't mine. So if it ain't mine, it's got to be the dude he's with." And also supposedly said, "I got paid $3,000 to drive the car from, I think it was like Las Vegas to Texas or something. I feel like something illegal going on." Supposedly he said, "Oh man, we're fucked, shut up," to his boy or whatever. I don't know. This is, this what people saying he allegedly said. Greedo is saying he didn't say any of this, and that the officer just wrote it down in the report. And police officers can write down anything they want. There's people that they try to get the court documents. They try to get the recording, the police recording, interrogation recording It hasn't popped up, which means it probably don't exist. Um, and and the police can write anything they want in the police report. If the police pull me and pull me over, and they say, oh, we gotta do this and do that and check this, and then they go back and write their police report, they can say anything they want. I know for a fact they, you know what I'm saying, they definitely lie, embellish, stretch, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. So how did all these documents and snitch allegations come to play? So allegedly, Greedo has a former manager from his hood. Now, what I mean that, you heard that earlier in the video, he came out with something called the Wolf of Grape Street or whatever. So Grape Street is a set or a section of the Crips, like Grape Street Crips. So a former manager of his hood, so another one of his homies from Grape Street, had reached out to Adam 22. For those who don't know who Adam 22 is, go check out my Adam 22 video. But they reached out to Adam 22 and they said they had paperwork showing that Greedo was a snitch. Adam 22 said, look, that ain't my thing. If it's already out there, I'll talk about it. I don't know if it's real or fake or not, the paperwork, but exposing snitches ain't my thing. Whoop-de-whoop, da-da-da. But said I could hook you up with someone who does do that and expose, the snitches and the paperwork. So he hooked him up with another YouTuber named 1090 Jake. 1090 Jake is someone who exploded in the YouTube scene overnight, so to speak, and he'd been making videos about all these rappers and hip hop people snitching. He'd be exposing the snitches in the rap industry and the hip hop and stuff like that, the hip hop community. So he hooked him up with 1090 Jake. 1090 Jake made a video about it, and I guess he been getting some flack about it. He got 1090 Jake and Adam 22 say supposedly it was some of the Grape Street homies that gave them this paperwork on Greedo, and then in the same token though, 1090 Jake saying some of the Grape Street homies hitting him up, threatening him about this Greedo paperwork, and saying he didn't snitch. You got a lot of Grape Street homies saying that Greedo did not snitch, and then you got a couple homies saying that he did snitch. So it's that's between they hood, man. It sounds like a smear campaign on Greedo though. That's that happens a lot in these hoods or these sets or these gangs or these organizations or whatever you call them. If someone don't like you, they gonna try to throw smut on you. They gonna try to get other homies and other homies from other hoods and stuff to try to just throw smut on you. Oh, he bad news. He turned down a fade, or he bad news. He got snitch paperwork. He bad news. He like little girls or something. That's what they call like a smear campaign on you. You just like in politics in real life. They just try to dig up some dirt, and if they can't find some dirt, they'll try to twist and turn any little thing they can to make him seem like he no good, he no bad. Jealousy and envy, is what it sounds like. Even Greedo, own co-defendant, the guy that he was in the car with when he got pulled over in Texas, said he didn't snitch. So, what do you think? Have you heard about this? You know who this rapper is? Do you think he snitched? Drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments. I didn't know who 03 Greedo was. No disrespect to none of these rappers I be talking about, but a lot of them, they new rappers. They might be my age or even a little older or younger, but I don't know who these rappers are. A lot of these hip hop stars and rap stars, I don't know who they are, but I'll be watching the YouTube and going through the rabbit hole and stuff be popping up and this or that in a second. So I came across this. People been making YouTube videos about it. I dove into it a little bit, looked at it, but it's crazy because it happened like 4 or 5 years ago or something like that. Like it's old, it's old stuff, and people trying to claim he a rat and he this and he that. Whether he is or not, My opinion, um, my opinion is I don't have enough evidence to say he a rat. They're saying, oh, he said this and that in the police report, but there's no recording, no this, no that, no documentation. And Greedo saying, man, look, I didn't say none of that. The police just wrote it down in the police report. And I know that the police do that stuff to make it seem, to make it valid that they have evidence to search the car. You know, that's what the cannabis smell is. Like he even said, him and his co-defendant said, we weren't even smoking weed. There wasn't no weed in the car. There wasn't no weed in the evidence. How they smell cannabis. That's a lie they were saying so they could search the car. They found that stuff, and one thing leads to another. You know, the police like to stretch the truth, and they do what they can to get the arrest. It's a shame, but that's, you know, that's what happens. So yeah, what do you think? You think he snitched? You think, you know, or you think it's all BS? To me, it seemed like a smear campaign. Someone don't like him from his neighborhood, and I mean, you know, maybe he did say that stuff. Maybe the evidence is out there. Because if he did say it, if he did get pulled over and say, "Oh, that ain't mine," "Oh yeah, I'm driving I got paid this amount of money for driving, and it's something feel illegal," and woo woo, that's no good. You know, that's no good. Definitely can, you know, please pull you over, and you know, me and you driving, and there's some weed and some guns and some drugs in the car, and we get pulled over, and the cops say, "What's up?" Woo woo woo, and I say, "Hey, look, it ain't mine. Ain't nothing in the car mine. I just got paid to woo woo woo." But you obviously putting on other dudes. Both of y'all just about to, y'all supposed to shut up, ask for a lawyer, and they gonna charge both of y'all with whatever in the car. The owner of the car getting most of it. If you own a car and there's stuff in the car, then the owner definitely gonna get charged with something. But if there's a passenger stuff and people in the back seat and stuff's in the trunk or whatever, and all y'all be quiet, keep your mouth shut, they probably, more than likely, they gonna charge everybody in the car with whatever's in the car. That's been my experience. That's how it usually goes. You know, every state, city, whatever, you know, they be playing little sides, doing stuff differently. But that's always been my experience. But hit that like, hit that subscribe. I won't take up too much of your time. Drop your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Let me know what you think. And I'll catch you on the next one. Much love, peace, blessings, much gratitude.